Okay, next problem is number 13. This is a complete MRP problem. We are given a product structure and then we are given master production schedule as to what needs to be produced, and then we have to develop an MRP for the next 6 weeks. Okay, so first thing to do is to draw the product structure tree, and this is fairly simple, so let's not try to do this in the graph paper. So I'm going to do A consists of B and C. So that's pretty simple. So you have B and C, and the base B consists of a plate and 3 fasteners. So plate is P and fasteners is 3. Okay, and the lead time, that's it. So we have B and C and then these two. Okay, now the lead time and the current on-hand inventory and scheduled receipts are given here. Now we have to develop the MRP. All right, so our order of, so this is level 0, level 1, level 2. So our order of processing the item is first we do A and then B and C and then P and F. So that's going to be the order, and I have printed a couple of pages of the inventory records for generating the MRP. So first let's write down the master production schedule given, which is 100 start of production in week 4. So this is for product A. There is only one product, so, and 150 in week 6. So this is the starting point for us. Okay, next item is B. Okay, now B has available, okay, well, lead time is 1 week. Okay, on hand available is 100, and we have 50 in week 1 scheduled receipt. Okay, so let's look at what we need for B. You need 1 unit of B for each A. So the gross requirement here is 1 times master production schedule of A. So which means 1 times 100 is here, and then 1 times 150. Okay, so now we have everything we need to do the computations. So these are projected on hand at the beginning of the week. So we start with an actual on hand of 100. So you'll have actual projected on hand is 100. Now 50 units are coming in. So 150 is the projected on hand at the beginning of week 2. So there is nothing happening here. So that 150 will remain as the projected on hand at the beginning of each of those weeks. In week 4, we have a gross requirement of 100. So that 100 will be taken out of this 150. So you'll begin week 5 with 50. Nothing happening in week 5. So that 50 will remain. So now we have a requirement, because 50 is not sufficient to meet 150. So we have a net requirement of 100, which must be received at the beginning of week 6. And since the lead time is 1 week, so this has to begin, the production has to begin. We need to release the order in week 5. So it will be available in week 6. Okay, next item is C, and again you need only 1 unit of C for each A. Okay. So item C, well, okay, gross requirement is 1 times master production schedule of A, so which is 100 and 150. Okay. Of course, we need to look at what the available inventory is. So we have 30 units on hand. So that's actually available, and we have 20 in week 1 and 30 in week 2 coming in. So that's 20 and 30 units are coming in those 2 weeks. Okay, so now we are ready to do the computation. So 30 units is what is going to be available at the beginning. 20 units coming in during week 1. So 30 plus 20, 50 units will be available at the beginning of week 2. 30 units are added. So 80 units will be available at the beginning of week 3. Okay, no activity in week 3. So that 80 will be available at the beginning of week 4. So of the 100 required, 80 can be satisfied with the available inventory, and you'll have a net requirement of 20, and the 20 must be received in week 4. Now what is the lead time for C? So the lead time for C is 3 weeks. So lead time is 3 weeks. So this 20 must be ordered 3 weeks in advance. So that will be the planned order release. So once that 20 comes in, the 20 will take care of the net requirement of 20. So you'll have nothing left over at the beginning of week 5, no activity in week 5. So 0 at the beginning. So all of the 150 in the gross requirement will become net requirement and must be made available at the beginning of week 6. And a 3-week lead time will take this back 1, 2, 3 here to 150. So planned order release for C is 20 in week 1 and 150 in week 3. Okay, next is P. Okay, so that's the P. Okay, and what is available for P? We have lead time of 2 weeks. Okay, available on hand is 0, and we have 50 units in week 1. So this is 50 units in week 1 is the scheduled receipt. Now we need 1 unit of P for each B. Okay, so gross requirement is 1 times, okay, so B is not a master production MPS item. So this is planned order release of B. So here remember PORL is planned order releases. That is the last row. So this is very important. Okay, so this is 1 times planned order release of B. So let's look at B here. Okay, this is B, and we have planned order release of 100 in week 5. So 1 times 100, so that's 100. So that is the gross requirement for B. Now we have everything we need to complete this record. So we start with nothing in hand, 0, 50 coming in. So 50, 50, 50 and 50. Now that 50 can be used towards this 100, leaving a net requirement of 50, and that should be made available in week 5, and 2 weeks lead time, so 50 right there. Okay. Now last item is F, item F, and the data for F, so lead time is 4 weeks. Okay, nothing on hand, and we have 30 in week 1 and 40 in week 3. 40 in week 3. So that's what's coming in, scheduled receipt. Now we need gross requirement is 3 times, so gross requirement is 3 times planned order release of B. So that means we go to item B and nothing everywhere except 5. So here this is 3 times 100 equal to 300. Now we can finish the rest of the computations. So we start with 0, project on hand is 0 plus 30, and nothing happening here, so 30 plus 40 is 70. Okay, 70 is available here, and so out of 300, 70 is available, 230 is not available, so that's our net requirement. So 230 and 4 weeks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, we have a planned order release of 230. All right, so now planned order releases, what are the actions that we have to take? Okay, now A is the MPS, so that is 100 in week 4, 150 in week 7. That's given actually. Now B has 100 in week 5, okay, which is what we've been using. So 100 in week 5. C 20 in week 1 and 150 in week 3. Okay, and then P 50 in week 3. Finally, F is 230 in week 1. So what are the action items? So anything that's in week 1 is an action item. C, or order 20 units of C in week 1 and order 230 units of F in week 1.